Yo, gang, it's Friday, and what better thing to talk about on a Friday or any day than some money, bro? I think this is a good topic. We got Ack and Vlad. Ack saying how he made millions off Spotify stock. Now, I wonder, was this like before? Well, I don't know how long Spotify been public on like the stock market, selling publicly. But I wonder, is it publicly or was it like, you know what I'm saying, private before they went public type shit? I don't know. That's just me. I just wanted to know. I'm assuming. I feel like it's gonna be more so Vlad talking about the stock. Act gonna get in there a little bit and say how he did what he did. But I be trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all need to start investing. Like seriously, if I started investing young, I'm talking about as soon as I hit 20 or even 18, it'd be crazy. But if I would have invested young at 20, I would at least right now have six figures or a little. Yeah, I'll be in the six figures for sure. And I know this, like I promise you I would. I know this because I know how much I made. Not just made, but just saved alone and fucked off. Like I done stacked. I always stack my bread, bro. And then I just lose it all. Even though I didn't have as much knowledge as I do now. Like if I had the knowledge that I do now, then should it be like, I'd be dangerous out here, bro. I probably wouldn't even be making these fucking videos, bro. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'd be just, I don't know, doing some other shit. Maybe I would still, but yeah, if I started young, man, knowing what I knew, I'd have at least six figures, like, and it's not some get rich shit, some get rich quick shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit take time. You gotta build this shit. Motherfuckers work too hard for it to turn around and you be 65 and you still gotta go punch a clock. Like who wanna do that shit at 65? My back hurt now, bro. So imagine 65. God damn, you think I wanna go to work? Fuck no, fuck that. Investing just serious, and they talking about the stock market. Now I'm gonna show you some more shit real quick. Of course, before I click this video, I had to see what Spotify stock was. I've been knew about Spotify stock, but it just ain't some shit I wanted to invest in. So today, right now, Spotify is worth on the stock market $343, bro. I don't know if y'all can see that shit clearly. You know what I'm saying? If you would have invested in this stock a year ago, just 1 year, bro, Spotify, we talking about Spotify, that X made $1 million off of. It was $160, bro. A year later, bro, that's what it is, 343. Like, if you would have took a lot of your money and was just like throwing it in Spotify, you would be up some bread too. Like, that's just how this shit go. Now, Spotify grew a lot in 1 year. Like, that's like over 100% ass return type shit. But I don't want to do too much talking, man. I hope it's a good conversation. I hope y'all can pick up something from it along with myself, man. I don't want to do too much talking, man. Let's get into it and see what's to it. It's my type of topic.
Well, didn't you say recently that UMG admitted that the streaming numbers haven't grown in years?
Yes. No, well, this is over time now, and
yeah, that was actually shocking when I read it. I said, "Damn, is that true?" So does that mean that we've capped off the audience?
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? And that's a little bit different than like streaming as I'm talking about, because these days, I would make a good argument that a Sexy Red doesn't have more people listening to her music at one time than if Kai Cenat gets on stream. When Kai Cenat gets on stream, it's 120,000 people active at that moment.
Yeah.
If we get a slice in time, right, of who's listening to Sexy Red's music in a span of an hour compared to, it's probably not. So again, I think there's always audience for consumption. I think what people realize is that DSPs aren't getting it anymore. Like DSPs, they used to wield a crazy amount of power because they solved the issue of piracy.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys can't sell it. They're stealing it. Peer-to-peer sharing. How about we'll get a deal with you and you get a cut off our subscription that we're gonna have everybody subscribe. They're now admitting that they've hit a saturation point, basically saying, we've signed up about everybody who gonna pay.
Yeah, and the money's not great.
Hey, motherfuckers not fucking with Kai and Speed, bro. I don't think people speak on Speed enough. Like, everybody say Kai, trust me, I'm knowing. I'm knowing salute to Cat too, but motherfucker needs to be like speed, like goddamn, be getting that shit, bro.
For the artist either, so there's a little bit of a stagnation. This is why I never bought Spotify stock. I believe they're still in the hole. They're still in the red.
Oh, never tell my story on the Spotify stock?
No, what happened?
Oh my God! All right, I'll give you the full version off of here, but I'll give a little bit tidbit here. So
now when Vlad say they in the red, I don't even know when they recorded this shit, but I just showed y'all some shit, bro. I just showed y'all some shit, so I don't know what the fuck Vlad talking about. But they could be in. So I just showed y'all it's 343, right? Let's just say next week that shit dropped to 300. They're in the red, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck Vlad talking about for him to say I never bought Spotify stock. I just showed y'all a year ago that shit was 1 something. Now that shit is 3 something, bro.
I get signed to Spotify 2021. This is after Joe Budden.
Yeah, I remember.
Joe Budden leaves, and
No, I was wrong. They actually are profitable.
Yeah, thank you. Cause I'm saying, what the fuck Vlad talking about? He finna send y'all the fuck off and make y'all think Spotify just ain't got this bitch busted and Spotify busted. Thank you. I wish Ack would have said, nigga, what?
Their stock price
hold on,
is very high compared to their profitability.
I'm gonna explain.
So
they're
barely profitable.
Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you, Vlad. Vlad, my story's gonna make some sense. Okay. So I get signed. I sign a very lucrative deal. Let's just say that. I take about 70%, maybe 60 to 70% of what they would pay me in the first year. Gladly, if you've been doing this long enough, you're not spending paycheck to paycheck. So when you're getting new money, you're kind of like whatever. You know, there's a rapper who said, "Yo, I'm still spending money from some days. Like I'm still spending money from the complex days." You get what I'm saying? So I get this money and I'm like, all right. And this is the era of, Joe had just left. This is the era of ownership, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Now, number one, I own my show, but it's just like, people were big on you want to own part of the company. So I was like, you know what? They're giving me this good compensation. I can't really knock it. I'm gonna just take about 70% of what they're gonna pay me the first year. I'm gonna buy Spotify stock, and I did.
How did that work out?
Now that was around 2021. If you pull up the stock chart,
pull it up, yeah.
Right? When that happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
well, Vlad's sitting right in front of that motherfucker, but I'm trying to find my tail too, bro.
About $289 back then, and then it plummeted to about $79.
Got you.
A year later.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah, that shit was 2. And March 12th, that shit was $279. So they still up even from then, but so you see, I'm sitting there trying to show y'all this shit, bro. If you just don't understand how this shit work, let's go back, 279, right? In March. And then what's that? That's March. So that 2022, they asked us down to $100 basically. $100 and $7. So they was in the red like a motherfucker. Like if you bought it when Act bought it and you held that shit for the year, that shit dropped. That shit dropped on your ass and you lost the money. But you only lost the money, gang, if you sold the stock. But if you believed in them, you know what I'm saying? If you believed in Spotify and you would have racked the fuck up on them on when it was 100, right now you would be back up. Like you would be up. You know what I'm saying? If you would have like loaded into it though, cause your average price would have went down. That's some whole other shit. But yeah, let's go.
It's a story. So let me tell you this.
That's like a 67, like
Vlad,
a
I was down
drop.
millions for two years. Yes. But if you understood the industry and you also had a little bit of faith, you can never really predict it, but I knew streaming wasn't going anywhere. I knew it was going to bounce back. I'm going to tell you why.
Right, because if you had bought at the bottom, which was about November 2022, about $80, you 4 times your money today.
Yeah, so when I bought in, it was...
That's why you got to hold that shit, bro. You got to hold that shit if you believe. Like he said, he knew streaming wasn't going nowhere, so Spotify ain't going away. Motherfucker gonna make money. Everybody want to be on Spotify. Everybody want to be on Apple Music, all type of shit.
But back then, if you buy, you're about even now. A little bit up. Depends on the date.
I ended up multiple 7 figures up.
Nice.
Again, I probably got in around 250. I sold at 330. But if you extrapolate millions, yes.
Okay, so you made about maybe 40, 50% on your investment, which is nice.
but it all made sense because of this. So when I first got in, Spotify was in the, hey, we're still racing with Apple Music, right? We're trying to get as many subscribers as possible. They signed the big deals. Okay, we need a hip hop guy. Hey, Ak, come over. Here's some millions. Hey, Joe Rogan. Hey, Call Her Daddy. Hey, this, hey, that. They're spending out the ass. Now, here's the thing. What was driving the subscriber price at that, the stock price at that time was subscription numbers. Hey, every quarter they're like, hey, we 25% more subscribers.
Yeah.
So the stock price is going through the roof. Also, it's pandemic. Everything, all tech stocks, if you know anything about stocks, by the way, Vlad.
If you saw Zoom stock during that time and where it is now, if everyone who bought a lot of Zoom stock during the pandemic lost their goddamn shirt.
Hey, by the way,
That's what's crazy is that's what you damn near was supposed to buy. Like, everybody be panicking, especially with the pandemic, because I saw a lot of losses too. I ain't gonna cap, like a lot. I feel like everything was down, not just the tech. Every fucking thing was down. And maybe except for real estate at the time. Maybe. I ain't 100%. I'm just assuming. But yeah, if you would have not panicked and you would have been like, oh yeah, this definitely the bad opportunity, because when this shit fixed, that shit gonna fix them pockets. I promise you, he wouldn't have been able. If he would have got the crying like, fuck this shit at $100 and I bought it at $250, he would have just been out of money. Instead, he said, nah, I'm gonna hold this shit, let that shit go back up. All right, now for Spotify, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here, bro. I done made some nice money off your niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Also want to say this, no free plug to Vlad, even though I'm giving the free plug to Vlad. Hey, if you've been watching Vlad TV's channel for over 5 years and you've not learned anything financial, because I learned this from you. You put me onto like a lot of this investment stuff. Yeah. You're stupid. Because if you're just watching for mindless entertainment and you don't catch on a few things, it's okay. All right, let me just do this real quick. Okay, so I bought it then. That's when Spotify seemingly had just this unlimited potential. What ended up happening, they spent so much money signing talent, me included.
Yeah.
They were trying to get these, so they were reporting losses, but they were saying, hey, we're getting subscribers. But the investors are like, well, you're kind of not. What they did was they kind of start maxing out on, okay, well, Joe Rogan, you're gonna bring us this, Ak, you're gonna bring us this. All their acquisitions were bringing as much subscribers as they could, and the stock price goes down, tanks, goes to 80. I'm looking at my portfolio. I'm like, I'm down a couple million. This looks crazy. I'm an idiot, right? So I'm like, I've been working at Spotify for free. What ended up happening is that.
Hey, I know that nigga was hurt, bro. I've been hurt too. Oh my soul. I've been looking at that shit. That shit be red as hell at the bottom like that. Like, bro, this shit over. I'm not never investing again type shit. I invested in some dumb shit like Party City. This one I was kind of just learning. I remember I invested in Ford. I was losing money too. But Party City, that shit got down to like change. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with them? And I just took a loss on their ass, because why the fuck I even invest in Party City? Like, get the fuck out of there.
Right? So I'm like, I've been working at Spotify for free. What ended up happening is that, and this is happening now, it's about to change with Atlantic Records with Warner. So Warner, like, for a company to get the stock price up, all you gotta do is cut costs. In 2023, Spotify stops doing all signing. No more exclusives, no more deals. You know this.
Yeah, well, I had a deal that was in the works that basically shut down around this time. Yep. I don't know exactly what it was gonna be, but I was told that all the deals are done, including mine.
They stopped spending, and when they stopped spending and they got people off the books,
the profitability went up.
Including me. So me leaving Spotify
helped the stock price.
Helped the stock price. All of a sudden, that price started running up.
Yeah.
That junk got to about 330.
Yeah.
I said, sayonara, let me get out of there right now.
Yeah.
Because I definitely
337 right now.
Yeah. I bunkered down for a bit. But yeah, you know.
I wonder what, well, I guess he said that, because he could have, because he said he knew streaming wasn't going nowhere. So he probably just believed, but don't nobody want to sit there and sell, bro, and that shit say you just down bad, bro. But that's what's up that he held on. I really want to know what made him like, all right, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah. What's happening right now with UMG and the streaming companies is that the streaming companies, UMG snitched on them. Hey, y'all can't add any more people. Y'all figured out all the people that would pay for streaming. So what's the options? You see, you're a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to either get more money out of the people that's already paid, or you got to raise prices. Well, how sustainable is that? And now that's why the record companies are looking like, if you can't add new people, we want to keep growing revenue. You're either going to have to raise the price, or we're going to have to do things to offer new products to the people that already pay.
Yeah, they introduced video. That's a new thing. But yeah, they probably maxed it out, and Apple obviously has a big chunk of the overall streaming market. There are a couple other platforms. I mean, iHeart does a little something. It's like 3%, because I'm on Spotify now as well. But yeah, you cut costs, you shut down these giant deals, and you make yourself more profitable and stock price goes up, but that isn't exactly sustainable. Yeah. You can't keep cutting prices. I mean, keep cutting costs. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep raising prices, which will alienate some people. So yeah, me personally, I'm not putting any money into Spotify because their price to earning ratio right now is 135, which is insane. It would take you 135 years to earn the money back that you've invested in it right now.
Hold on. I'm going to go back to that real quick.
Price to earning ratio right now is 135, which is insane.
See, he might just gave some sauce right there. Because I don't be knowing too much of like a lot of that shit. I'm like a simple investor, I call myself, bro. That I like to invest in the shit that I know about, that I believe in, that make just simply make sense. You got numbers, people. What do you say? Price to earn ratio 135 to get your money back is fucking insane. But you just can't be banking. You don't really know for real. You don't really know unless you. And then you got a lot of niggas who look at the sheets, how they saying like Spotify reporting the loss and all that shit, the profits, the gains, and all that type of shit. But yeah, right now, today, I definitely wouldn't invest in Spotify. Even if I could go back, I probably still wouldn't invest in Spotify. That's just not, even though I use Spotify, which is just crazy. I don't fuck with Apple Music. I like Spotify better. I just don't care to invest in that shit. Like, I don't chase every stock. That just don't make sense. I don't try and make plays. I don't get in and get out quick. None of that shit, bro.
It would take you 135 years to earn the money back that you've invested in it right now.
Yeah, I think now is an interesting time, and this is why I've predicted another big fight between the record labels and streaming companies.
I agree.
They're, again, both, no one wants to, in business, it's all about growth. It's never about staying stagnant. So when the record labels start looking over like, we not growing? Okay, we just need more of the pie. Let's renegotiate the terms of the deal. We were getting 60%, we need 80, right?
Yeah. Or else we're pulling everything off.
Exactly. And then Spotify's going to be like, all right, well, how about you get 70, but we're raising the price to $30? You know what I mean?
And of course, you can go with Apple, and Apple probably agreed to because they don't give a shit anyways. They're just looking to sell iPhones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could lose money on Apple Music. They could lose money on Apple TV Plus or whatever, as long as they sell another iPhone.
And Apple already, there's...
Which they're gonna do every year, the same fucking phone type shit, bro. Apple and motherfucker, that's another stock y'all get into. I think Apple is considered maybe a blue chip stock, like a stock that you just know is gonna do good. Coca-Cola is one. I own Coca-Cola stock. All that type of shit. You can even look into like the millionaires, bro, and see they portfolios. Like, it'll tell you what Warren Buffett own. It'll tell you what Bill Gates own and shit. Like, he fuck with Waste Management. I got Waste Management. Them motherfuckers is putting me there. Like, they getting me there. I ain't got a lot of stock, but yeah, bro, it's just a lot, bro.
A lot of stuff behind the scene that if people really care about it, they would know. But it's just like Apple already took themselves out of the marketing conversation and trying to grow the streaming market, because once they got to a certain point, they realized that that's the only play that Spotify had in town. They're like, we just wanted to be the number one in the US, which they were. Spotify was the biggest globally, and they said, we're done spending. We're just trying to sell you these iPhones, okay? Yeah. That's it, okay? We're not investing anymore. This whole thing started because Apple is the one who started putting money into the streaming market because they started the exclusives. But they stopped. They said, fuck it. iPhone 17 coming soon.
All right, man. Gotta love the money talk conversations. Like, never overlook the money talk conversations, even if you get like one little thing from it. Like, I've heard of like the what Vlad just called it, the art return on investment shit. I've heard of it, but I ain't know like if that's like accurately what that mean and shit. But obviously it is. how long it'll take you to, but I just wouldn't pay attention to shit like that because you just never know what happens tomorrow. You never know what great idea a company do and what they turn around and make, and just shit like that. But yeah, bro, invest. Like, it's a lot of stocks out there. You don't even have to go straight to Robinhood, bro. You can invest in retirement fund type shit. Like, you ain't never hear nobody talk about S&P 500. You put your money in there and that shit just gonna grow, bro. Y'all need to learn about compound interest and shit, bro. This shit is real. Learn about the banking system. Learn about interest rate. Like, I say this shit a lot, and I just be wanting motherfuckers, especially young. So when you older, 10 years from being 20, when you 30, you done invested in your 20. They say work hard in your 20s so you could chill in your 30s or 40s and shit. But no, you need to invest hard in your 20s. That's the shit that they leave out. But they make a motherfucker think you need to go to work and bust your ass and you will have a better life then. But no, that money ain't grew nowhere. You done made all this money, but that shit ain't grew, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I could talk about this shit forever on some real shit. But yeah, I just love money talk, stock talk, real estate talk. I don't give a fuck talk as long as it make green and make sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think though. And catch you on the next reaction.